Today I will be playing Fun Run 3. If you like Mrs. Butterworth, you may be interested in this game. It's pretty cute. Uh, it's a relaxing grinding game. If you just like to grind. I find it puts my mind at ease. Yes. I'm playing some arena. As you can see, the squirrel population is very high. Considerable to me, vermin. Squirrel is natural in its place of intrinsic. Collecting nuts, the squirrel is very much aware of meat, of the nut, and the nut itself. Squirrels tend to like most any nut, and acorn as well. Not sure if acorn is a nut. Squirrel is very adept to its perspective. Not commonly domesticated, squirrel is a much when dogs bark at a squirrel, it is a very, as you can see, the squirrel population is plentiful here. That most obvious. The squirrel in its natural habitat tends to be finicky. Its natural camouflage uh, is like to tree bark, making it an unlikely candidate for dogs hunting squirrel. squirrel have their place in nature. Easily common is their place, of much vary, as they do have very place to exist, including, but not limited to, tree, power lines, as the squirrel is intrinsic to the power line. What more natural thing can you think of other than a squirrel on a power line? Ah, yes, nature. Ah, yes. Truly beautiful to see a squirrel on a power line. Interesting fact about squirrel. You do not often see a squirrel bury a nut. More often you see them eating nut, implying they are more feminine than you think. Ah, yes, the squirrel. Not necessarily excited, but finicky, as they are not energetic by default. A squirrel is an animal common to the human. A squirrel is. If you ever want to get in touch with nature, simply look at a squirrel. They are that simple to find in nature, implying you have no fucking excuse not to go outside and touch some grass, you lazy son of a bitch. But only if you look at it that way. Ah, yes, the squirrel. Bushy tail, as it is very much a perspective. Ah, the squirrel. The squirrel is a rodent. Very, very. As the squirrel is not vermin, which is very. So the squirrel is very, 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 if you could put the math together. That's three very. Actually, if you put a very and a very together, it leaves one very. And a very and a very is a bitch. So the squirrel is very bitch. Ah, yes, the squirrel. This explains why the squirrel runs away. Squirrel. Truly perspective. Uncommon. Yes, common. Yes. Squirrel. Bork, bork, bork.